Well, it is 10:30, and that means since it's Wednesday, it must be time to be talking about opportunities for volunteerism in our community. And we have three lovely ladies from the YWCA of Mankato in our studios. I'll start from my left. Aisha Osman, AmeriCorps Vista program, working with Ready to Learn. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Erin Roberts, AmeriCorps Vista program doing volunteer engagement. Welcome, Erin. Nice to have you here. And Sam Ward, Development and Operations Assistant with the YWCA. So,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to have you all here. So lots of opportunities for volunteerism through the YWCA. Tell us about that.
We're currently gearing up for our fall seasons for 3 of our programs, including Ready to Learn, Girls on the Run, and Girls Inc. And so through all 3 of those, we'll be recruiting approximately 80 volunteers.
And Erin, I imagine that volunteer engagement sounds like you get people, that's where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, right?
Yes, I will be the new contact person for YWCA. So if you're interested in volunteering, I'm the go-to person.
So you take care of like scheduling and training and all that kind of stuff too?
Yeah, my job is going to be to find out what the interests are and what their needs are, and then place them at the appropriate program.
Okay, and obviously their time availability as well, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Yeah. We want to work with them and make sure that their schedule matches what the program needs.
Mm-hmm. And Aisha, I know that the Ready to Learn program is still kind of new, right? I mean, it was started not that terribly long ago.
Yes, it started in 2012 as a pilot program, and so now it's going into its 3rd year.
Okay.
And we utilize volunteers for the most part.
Okay, so that's another opportunity for folks to do.
Exactly, yep. We've used up 14 to 16 volunteers on average per semester.
Okay.
So we heavily rely on volunteers, and we have great opportunities for them in our program.
Do you get any help from MSU students?
A lot.
Okay.
We get a lot from the service learning students that come in and have field experience hours that they need. And so we also have internship opportunities that are full-time within the Ready to Learn program. Yes, so definitely MSU students.
Right, and then there's other schools around, too, that have some capable students as well, I would imagine.
Exactly, like South Central College, and we're trying to work with them. And now that we have Erin here on board, she's going to help us get connected with South Central College.
Yes.
And, get those students that are interested as well.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's pretty quiet around campus still, except for the Vikings, of course. But I mean, we can hear the crickets chirping. We need to get those students back here and get a little more energy and activity going on here, and that's not far away. Only a couple more weeks. So,
Yep.
But there are other folks beyond, obviously, the student body from various colleges around the community that have an interest in doing volunteer work, particularly those who maybe are retired and have a lot of free time on their hands. Do you see a lot of that?
We do see some. The majority of our volunteers do come from the MSU and other local colleges, but we do utilize professional women, stay-at-home moms, retirees. We really accept a wide range of people based on where they are in their life. So a lot of different opportunities for anyone.
I think about all the programs that the YWCA is doing right now, and it kind of makes my head spin. Because, I mean, you were, before we took the airwaves, you were talking, Sam, about the fact that you take care of women of distinction. So that's one of your projects.
Correct.
And that's, for those of you out there in the listening audience that don't know, it's a real opportunity to honor and recognize women in the community who have made a significant impact, and it's a pretty big deal. But that's just one thing. And then I think about you've got the leadership program that goes on, you've got all the girls programs, Girls on the Run. There's at least 3 of those things.
3 of them. Yep. Yeah. We recently expanded our girls programming, so now we reach girls in 3rd through 12th grade through the programming. And
that's just been growing every year, and more participation and expanding also the age groups as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. We really wanted to provide opportunities for girls after they're done with Girls on the Run. We often heard, what comes next. And so Girls Inc. now serves girls 6th through 8th grade. And then with the help of Sarah Sinnard, we brought on the Search program, which is primarily for high school girls, 9th through 12th.
And, of course, starting yesterday, I believe, there was a day camp that was going on out at Christ the King. And so for girls, I think was it 6th through 8th grade?
Yep, that's our Girls Inc. summer camp.
Yeah.
Is going on this week, and then Surge will be, I believe, next week.
Wow, a lot of stuff to juggle. So, but we also were talking before we went on the air about how the YWCA has actually grown in just the number of people within the organization as well, right?
Yes.
So,
We have.
So, well, Erin's a good example of that. I mean, are you fairly new to the organization?
My first day was Monday.
Okay. That would be fairly new. But that's really a needed position for the organization. If you're relying on all these volunteers,
Yeah,
you really
we,
need somebody to coordinate and get people engaged.
Right before we came here, I computed some numbers, and just last year in 2013, we had over 280 volunteers that the organization utilized, dedicating over 9,900 hours of service. So men and women from the community have dedicated that much to the YWCA, and really the volunteers make the programs go round. Without our volunteers, we wouldn't be able to offer, the things that we do for the community. So we're very appreciative of the people who dedicate their time.
Indeed, and you talk about the overall overarching mission, empowering women, eliminating racism. Those are big picture things. But on the smaller scale, when I think about the Ready to Learn program, that's so impactful on the community and on really our future, with children being capable of doing the things they need to do to not be behind when they enter kindergarten and first grade and stuff.
That's exactly true. And the Ready to Learn program basically is an early childhood education program, that works with children from birth to 5, immigrant and refugees specifically, and get these kids ready for kindergarten. And we work with the entire family. So volunteers, will be going into the homes of the families and facilitating activities using a curriculum that we have that's called Growing Great Kids. So definitely they're going to be making, a lot of difference in those families, because then those kids will be ready for kindergarten and be able to succeed in their future lives.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you do about some language barrier things? Are you kind of getting over that hump a little bit?
We're trying to add language training into the training that we provide for our volunteers. Speaking of training, actually, we have training scheduled already for the fall for volunteers that are interested. Once you call Erin or the YWCA for opportunity, we have trainings for the Ready to Learn coming up September 8th. From 4 to 8 p.m. and then September 9th from 8 a.m. to noon. And we provide 4 hours of comprehensive training in the areas of cultural competence, language, kind of get you used to the culture that you're going to be working with, and give you more in-depth experience from our outreach workers and myself.
Great. And so, I would imagine, Erin, you're just, kind of taking it all in. I mean, if you just started Monday, you're taking it all in. But you also, it's a pretty clear-cut, mission that you have as well. I mean, getting folks engaged and ready to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to be out there hunting down all these students, seeing if they want to come help us out. So
there is a fairly early on in the semester here, there is a kind of like a community fair of some sorts that I think is put on by the university and maybe Greater Mankato Growth and some other entities, and so that might be an opportunity to engage.
Yep, and we will be there. So if anyone else is out there that's going to be there, come visit our booth.
It's kind of a fun day. I mean, it's a lot of energy
Yeah.
in Myers Fieldhouse. People pretty pumped. So
Yep, absolutely. We're excited to be there.
All right. If people want to engage with the YWCA and find out more about volunteerism, can they go on the website? Do they call? What's the thing they want to do?
On our website, it's MankatoYWCA.org, and then under the tab Get Involved, we'll list all of our opportunities, and we have applications right online, and Girls on the Run in particular has an online application that we're rolling out this year, so that is a little bit new. Otherwise, you can contact our office. And
you can contact me, Erin Roberts, and my direct line is 507-386-2188.
So you've got that memorized.
Anyway.
I do.
I did get that. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I thank you all for being here and letting our audience know about the volunteer opportunities available at the YWCA.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best of luck as we continue on